Hi everyone, I'm doing a little quick review of two ESV Schuyler Quentels in dark green, which are now my main use Bibles every day. And I have the personal size Quentel ESV and the regular size, the full size Quentel. I've had this one a couple of weeks, and because I normally use an ESV personal size Quentel for church, I've got a British tan one, but that's always in its zip case for church. So I am using this beautiful green one, which I love, and I actually put an extra ribbon in it. It has the forest green ribbons, but I like a third, and I have some nice ribbons that I bought especially for Bibles, so I put that lovely deep red in there. So, but this is just my favourite Bible to carry and to sit and read. I can take it outside. I can do anything I like with it, and absolutely love the PSQ, personal size Quentel. And this forest green is fantastic. You know, it's got that beautiful soft warm pink red on the page edges, fantastic gilding, and beautiful goat skin. I love these Bibles in the hand. I love Scuylers. I think they've become, they always was one of my favourites, but now my absolute favourite. This one, let's pop that there. This full-size one I've had only a few days. I got it on the 20th of February. I always put a little post-it note in them, and I'm so glad that I've chosen this dark green, because I had a Quentel for 2 years, 2.5 years maybe, and no, I had it 2 years, and it was the dark purple, and it was the New King James, and I loved reading it because the type in the Quentel is such a beautiful size. It's big, and I can just sit and read it. It's I've gone through quite a few Bibles of full-size ones to try and find one that works, because I only read with one eye, because the other one has had a lot of operations in it 4 years ago. So it's not. So this is just first class. I'm so happy. It's new and it's black letter, and that's why I love ESV in the Quentel series, because they're black letter, and black letter is just my absolute favourite. Red letter, when I had the New King James full-size Quentel in the dark purple, every time I got to the Gospels and the red letter, even though it's good, Schuyler's red letter is really good, but it's just for me, with my particular eye condition, and one really strong working eye, my left one, I had to always put it down and find, maybe I would read this one instead of say something else, well, it's also got a New King James Cambridge Topaz. I was reading that. I think it's 10 point, but this is just a perfect type size. I love it. Anyway, so I got my purple one out, my full-size purple one out, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I had it out, and I thought, oh, I'll read that because it's just lovely size, and I was in the Gospels anyway, and I thought, oh, it's red, and I tried, and it was just still too hard, so I put it away. And then I thought, I have a very dear friend I sit next to at church, and he doesn't have a premium Bible. I gave him one of these. He chose in New King James, is what he reads, in Imperial Blue for Christmas, and I suddenly realised that the purple one I had in New King James with the red letter, and he's got two good eyes, was for him. So I'm really pleased it had a home, because it's been in a box for over a year and I don't know. I had it on eBay for a while and didn't sell, and I know why now. And I started dropping the price, and I thought, well, I'm practically giving this away. I'd rather give it to someone or keep it and eventually give it to someone who's the right person for it, because you don't. I always feel that if I'm keeping a Bible, there's a reason for it. Even if I don't know the reason, there's a reason for it, and that is that it's for someone in particular. So anyway, this Bible here, I just love the colourway, the green, this beautiful dark green leather, that lovely. Everyone is Did you know that these Bibles are handmade, so that all the inking, see, it's different. All the inking is done by hand. There are 30 people who touch a Scuyler Bible through the process after the text blocks have been printed. Everything is hand done. Every single thing, the gold, everything, the stamping, the hubs, the gilding, and their gilding's really good because it's hot pressed on. And I've watched a video on how they make them. So if you get Schuyler, you've got an absolutely first class Bible. And so I gave the purple Quentel in New King James with the red letter to my best friend, and he absolutely loves it, and because he couldn't afford to, he wouldn't have been able to afford to buy one of his own, and so I was just absolutely thrilled it went to a really good home. And like the big ones, got the 3 ribbons. I like 3 ribbons, that's why I put 3 in, put the extra one in here. And because I'm always in the New Testament and the New Testament and the Old Testament and Psalms and stuff, so always, and I have favourite Psalms, so I like to put it where I am, and if I have put it in the favourite Psalm of the day, I'll leave it there so that I can read it again before I go to another Psalm, because I do Psalms sort of randomly, and but I'm always in New Testament. I'm in Deuteronomy at the moment. Love Deuteronomy. This is just the most amazing Bible. Look at this. I mean, I think if you haven't got a Quentel, Schuyler Quentel, in whatever translation you like, you've got to get it. They don't have a concordance. They do have maps, but you can get concordances sort of anywhere and online, and I've got other Bibles with concordances. But yeah, so I gave away my New King James with the red letter, and I had to, because I love the text when I read in the black, and the bulk of the Bible. So I'm in Matthew right now, and I'm in Deuteronomy and Matthew, and of course I do Psalms, and I read this one of an evening or any other time when I just I prefer a small one, but all day now I'm reading this one, and I always read on my bed with my legs up, or whatever. I rest the Bible on it. I never read the Bible on a table, and anyway, so I've replaced my Quentel with another green one, and I'm just so happy. I love this Bible. I love these Bibles. I love the leathers, and if you know when you get one, it starts off being, it's just made, and so the tone of the leather can be a little bit matte looking, but the more you use it, like this one I've had for a little while, it starts to get that lovely shiny sort of softness. They're soft, but it gets that sort of slight gloss on it from your hands, and so this is brand new, and it'll look like this one soon. Have that lovely sort of lovely shine on it where you use it. I just love these Bibles so much, and they're just that they last forever, and they become exactly yours in your hand. And anyway, you can tell I'm wrapped in these things. So and I always fold up some and tape down a few layers of tissue paper. Just pick a colour for them. This one I bought, I had that sort of buffy gold colour, and I just did it as soon as I buy a Bible, I put it in there, and if I get so that front page doesn't slump and wrinkle against that cardstock, because that's what happens. It happens more so in the large Bibles, and I've learnt. So as soon as I get a Bible, I make it fit, cut it to fit. I haven't pushed it right in because I've got the camera in my hand, but I make it to fit so that it's right in there, and shake it in, see, and you just get used to it being there, and it's just, I don't like my pages all wrinkled, my first pages, and you know about it if it's happened to you, because cardstock and Bible paper are not compatible, and the Bible paper will wrinkle and fall against that, so I put tissue paper in it, which is soft, it's like Bible paper, but it's just, you know, a substitute, and it keeps it away from the hard cardstock. Anyway, that's just my little bit of advice. But two absolutely stunning Bibles. This is the set. This is the set for life. This is the set for life. Schuyler Quentel ESV, or whatever translation you like, personal size and a full size. And I love this green with the reds, and it has a brown liner. And you know all the treatments. I don't have to describe how they're built. We already know. But 30 people have handled these personally before they get to us, and I'm international. They come from America to Australia, so they do a special check for international, because it's, you know, it's a million miles away, and it costs a fortune if you ever have to replace one, if there's something, a defect in it of any sort. And usually, you know, it can happen occasionally because they're handmade, but they do fabulous quality control at Scuyler. So anyway, thanks for watching, and God bless.